I'm Chris Dawson, editor of TameBay. I'm excited here at Lengow Day with Emiliano from Spring. So for those that don't know Spring, tell us, what does Spring do?
Okay, what we do really is we help customers really to expand their business really around the globe. Really, we are the postal. We started as a kind of a postal entity, really, in the countries, and we are the international division of PostNL, which is the Dutch post office.
So big company then.
We are a really large company, and outside of the Netherlands, which is where our base country, we connect with customers in a different way. We get close to the customers, and we try to understand what are their needs to try to help them to expand their business around the world.
So I understand that the parcels business is relatively new to you, that you've been a letters business before. So what have you found with the parcel business is that you can really make a difference for retailers?
I think this is a good question. We are now in the process of the transformation of our companies from being a postal organization, really, into a kind of e-commerce. And this really started probably 2 years ago. And for us, it's a big challenge. It's still a big challenge because we realize that we need to be connected with our customers nearly on a daily basis to understand their needs. And their needs are changing probably on a weekly basis. And our value proposition to them is to help them really, or support their expansion really outside of Europe, or their probably barriers that they create for themselves.
I think that's really interesting because shipping within Europe is relatively easy, even for parcels. But which territories can you help retailers with?
Correct, yes. To be honest, it doesn't, because we have plenty of companies delivering goods into United States, and it is probably one of the main destinations that is required by our customers. And as soon as we get into the US market, they ask for extra help in trying to develop really their business outside of Europe. And I think that we are leading the market in China, in Japan. Really has our services has a huge really impact in the way that our customers deal with the Japanese customers. And the big difference with our competitors, it's we create trust. And how do we create trust? Is using the final mile carrier that is known by the people in that particular country. For example, for Japan, we use the Japanese Post.
Yeah, so it's for the consumer, it's a very, very familiar service.
Correct.
But you can connect retailers into those final mile services in country.
Correct. Yes. When people trying to open or just break the barriers of borders outside of EU, they don't realize sometimes how important our postal organizations is around the world. When you're trying to ship something to India, that's really, it's with a high population, India has 150,000 post offices where you can go and pick up your parcels if you are not at home.
And I suspect that, especially for places like India, where a lot of it is a rural population, that is the only way to get parcels to them.
Correct. Yes, but even in societies like Japan, really where everybody is connected to the internet, they're still looking for this type of services because people are working really all day, and the only way that they can get the parcels delivered is through the local post office, or just
So would I be right to summarize it as in you can help retailers when they start doing the difficult bit of e-commerce, connecting with countries that it's not quite so easy to ship to, and when they start to scale, that you can really add value for those retailers?
Correct. In that sense, really, of course, because we only really focus on cross-border, and we are specialized in this specific market, and we aim to have really a minimum volume to start shipping through our postal postal options. And one of the key elements of our service is the postal network. And what I mean with the postal network, the postal network is basically is there for the last 150 years, yes, and there are special laws where people facilitate shipping their goods from one country to the other one, which means that in terms of customs, we help really our services pass through the customs really authorities in a much more speedy way than sometimes happening with other types of...
So it's not just physically sending the parcel via a courier, it's actually all those other services, the customs facilitation that you can help with.
Correct, yes.
So this sounds really good. If I'm a retailer and I'm interested in finding out more, where do I go to find out more?
Perfect. This is the right question, Chris. I think that you can go to our website, www.sprint/gds.com, and depending on in what country you are based, yes, you look for your local website there or for the language, and automatically will link you to with your home country.
Fantastic. Emiliano, thank you so much.
Thank you, Chris.
For anyone that's looking to significantly expand their cross-border trade into territories outside Europe which are traditionally harder to ship to, go to Spring and find out more. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you very much.